Back in studio with us today, Tracy Wimmer from Consumers Energy. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Hey, so Consumers has gotten approval from the Michigan Public Service Commission to conduct a feasibility study about potential implementation of a network geothermal system.
Yeah.
Say more.
Yeah, I know that's a big mouthful, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we're going to make big upgrades or changes in the system, the first thing we need to do is study where it makes sense to do it, how much it's going to cost, what that implementation is going to look like, timeline and things like that. And so this is the first step in that, to introduce a network geothermal system. What, for those who aren't familiar, geothermal is a method of using the natural temperature of the earth to heat and cool things instead of using natural gas.
Yeah.
And so it works on a pipe system where you have a pump that pumps water through your pipe system, and it carries heat from the earth in the wintertime up into your home, and then it brings the heat out down to the cool temperature in the earth in the summer. And so it's very efficient, and a network system would allow an entire area to be interconnected that has diverse needs for heating and cooling, right? So if you're living in an industrial area that they might need to be having their warehouse cool, right? Because they've got a product in there, and so they're pumping extra heat out, that your home can actually use the heat from there and bring it over there, so it's more efficient.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
I think
so,
it sounds wonderful.
yeah, it reduces emissions by a ton. It's 600% more energy efficient in many cases, and that, of course, lowers costs for customers. So that's a big focus with this as well.
I was just going to ask you, so what does the feasibility study mean for us, for the
Customers.
customers?
Yeah. So the first thing that we're going to do, right, is figure out where it makes sense to do this. So like I said, a big part of it is looking at systems where there's going to be a really good balance, right? Where we know that there's different types of buildings, residential, commercial, things like that, that have different needs that are going to be balancing each other out. And then once we do that, we of course figure out what the cost is going to be to implement those systems underground, and in some cases potentially help families get the pumps that they might need to utilize that.
Okay.
But so then once we have done that study and we know the most cost-efficient places to do it, where it's going to have the most impact and be reduced costs as the most for customers, then we move into the pilot phase, which is where we actually start implementing that program in certain areas to see how it works.
Do you have any idea how many different communities you're going to do this in yet, or no?
Yeah, right now we're looking at about a handful of communities where we're trying to figure out to start the study. But then obviously once we have it really nailed down about the most cost-effective way to do it, we're going to be able to look at a lot of different places around the state.
I want to sign up. Consumersenergy.com for more information. Always great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.